Innspillingen av Flyer foregikk her i Nashville, byen med en musikkindustri som ikke akkurat har omfavnet Nanci Griffiths stil. For den kommersielle countryindustrien har både stemmen og innholdet i sangene vært vanskelig å takle. Så langt har hennes sanger først og fremst blitt store suksesser i USA, når andre artister har framført dem, som Willie Nelson og Susie Bogus.
So who's playing guitar here now?
That's me on acoustic guitar, Peter Buck from REM on electric guitar.
Time of inconvenience.
Right.
So Nanci, when you first started this album, what kind of album were you set out to make?
I really wanted to make an album that the natural progression from spending a couple of years with my history in folk music was in going on to remember skiffle music, because I love skiffle music so much, and early rock and roll, which I guess in the United States early rock and roll was skiffle music. So it was just, that's what I started out with on this album, but instead of going back and doing older songs by other artists, I wrote all the songs this time. So with the exception of one, there's one Julie Gold song on this album. She's the woman who wrote From a Distance. And she had written a song called Southbound Train, which I recorded on this album. But so I guess basically we just followed that rule of production, that we wanted a skiffle sound.
There isn't any danger in being a folk musician and mixing rock and roll into it? I mean, a lot of the purist folk music people, they would not like that you have too many modern instruments in it.
Oh, well, there are no modern instruments. I mean, Larry Mullen played all of these percussion things. There's no electronics. I mean, it's all, you know, he played 100 different instruments, you know, percussive instruments. And, you know, it's still folk music. There's still, all of my acoustic guitar is still there. It's just a different side, a different sound.
Modern sound, of course.
I don't know if you would call it modern, because songs like Time of Inconvenience and This Heart, they're very much in a skiffle pattern, you know, guitar, acoustic guitar and rhythm guitar, and you know, it's still folk music, and it's still Nanci Griffith songs.
Well, I wanted to play the title song for the new album for Bjorn, and this is a song called The Flyer. And the reason the album is called Flyer is because I came up with this word to match coincidences of running into people around the world. And as much as I travel, I'd run into people who really affected my life and affected the way I felt about things. And in this particular song, it's all about meeting an Air Force pilot on a commercial flight that I took once from Texas to London. And he just really impressed me. And we got stuck in a storm. We're sitting on the ground on the tarmac for hours and hours. And I hated to see him go off to another part of the United States and me go on to London. And I thought about him during the Gulf War and wondered where he was, and also came up with that word of finding one word to describe the coincidences of running into people that you seem to have a great propinquity with.
He was a flyer for the Air Force on a plane from San Antonio. I was traveling to London, he was going off to Buffalo, changing planes in Pittsburgh. But we got grounded in a storm. La 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 la. I would give anything to be on that flyer's arm. And we played the cards and mostly blackjack as we sat out on the tarmac, and we sang the songs we knew in Spanish, cause we both loved songs of language, and he'd heard me on the radio. I'd seen the flyers to San Antonio. La 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 la. I would give anything to have that flyer for my own. God bless the flyer who would be flying home tonight. La 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 la. 'cause I would give anything to see that flyer flying tonight. He said he'd never marry 'cause his heart was in the clouds. And I said I was too clumsy, that I broke the wings of the loves I found. And he shouted out his name to me as I ran to make my flight. La 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 la. I would give anything to see that flyer flying tonight. 'Cause God bless the flyer would be flying home tonight. La 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 la. I would give anything to see that flyer flying tonight. One year I watched the war in London and an airport leaving London, and I wondered if I'd know him if I saw his wings in motion. Did I leave my heart in Pittsburgh in the lightning of that flight? La 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 la. I wish that you could tell me now, will he be flying home tonight? 'Cause God bless the flyer would be flying home tonight. La 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 la. I would give anything to see that flyer flying tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.